6 a.m. in South Texas as my helicopter lifts off. Below, the mesquite glows in the morning light as we look for one small and underappreciated species, the javelina. Now, by a quick show of hands, how many thought this animal behind me was a pig? Well, y'all are not alone, but despite their similar appearance, this is not a pig at all. This is a javelina, and unlike pigs, javelina are native here in Texas, and they play an important role in maintaining healthy thorn scrub ecosystems and helping with seed dispersal. Wild pigs, on the other hand, are invasive and cause millions of dollars in ecological damage each year, and compete for resources such as food and water with native wildlife. So despite their similar appearance, it is vital that wildlife managers understand the difference between these two species. However, despite their ecological importance here in Texas, we know surprisingly little about them. The last time they were intensively studied here in Texas was in the 90s. And due to this, there's major gaps in knowledge of basic things like where they live and how they're interacting with other species like those invasive wild pigs. So, to fill those gaps in knowledge, we turned to helicopter surveys to map the landscape. Our surveys were conducted using low-flying helicopters that flew systematic transects across 10 ranches in South Texas. This encompassed over 200,000 acres. 2 observers looked at each side of the helicopter and recorded every javelina they saw and their GPS location. Since 2023, we've conducted 13 surveys and have over 206 javelina detections. We combined this data with long-term data from our partners at the East Foundation to get a data set of over 1,000 detections over the past decade. To map their use of the landscape, we first mapped each of the detections we saw. That's that first map you see up there. Then we overlaid those detections over a map showing the percentage of woody cover for the region. Then we created a resource utilization map, which is that very colorful one you see behind me, but basically just shows the density of javelina on the landscape. Red indicating more dense and green indicating less dense. Lastly, we created a linear regression that looked at if there was an association between that denser area of woody cover and the density of javelina. And there was. The more dense woody cover there was, the more javelina we saw. The next steps in this research are to repeat this, but see if there's an association with the presence of water, and also add pigs into the framework and see if they're changing their use of the landscape based off if there's pigs present. This information will be used by wildlife managers and wildlife biologists to better manage and protect the South Texas ecosystems and just give us some more information about this very unique Texas species. Thank you.